All right, looks like we're on the draw. Okay, Darkswick Shores. Yeah, I think we can keep this. We do need to find a fetch land, preferably. But, you know, we've got a lot of stuff. I might just Relic in the Dark here, you know. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Force of Negation. Feeling a little bit better about this. Go ahead, Relic, and say go. Just in case it's like a combo deck. You know, I feel like just getting that. All right. Looks like that Relic might have been a great one. All right. We'll go ahead. We'll do this. What is their companion? Okay, so this is control. So Bowmaster is going to be a pretty good card here. All right. Hollowed Fountain, Shocked In, and we will say go. I don't know. This is going to be one of those. We'll have to see. All right. So they surveil one. Do they bin it? We'll go ahead. We'll tag them with the Relic. We've got the activation up. Again, I think just having this is going to be great. Okay. All right. Well, Control Z. All right. Let's try and Bowmasters here. See if we get something out of their hand. I could see them doing that. Oh, all right, sweet. We get a Bowmasters. Nice. We draw. Okay, Ketramose. Well, we don't have enough to turn it on. We've only got 2 in exile all around. So I'm gonna swing and see what they do. I might just preordain and say go because we can hold up counterspell. Preordain. Let's see if this baits anything out of them. Bottom, top. All right. So you go. I like this. We've got a pitch fodder. We've got a counterspell. You know, we just have a lot here. We just have a lot. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just nibble away at them. Get a 3rd card in exile. You know, this is going to be one of those. It could be rough. Yeah, I don't really like them having that, but it is what it is, so. You know, we'll just make do. Alright, another Bowmasters is pretty good. We can do that on their end step. Next turn, have a lot to try and force it through. Kind of defend this if need be. Alright, put them down to 12 and say go. I'm hoping... Alright, so they play out a Polluted Delta. I am going to try and get this other Bowmasters. Alright. Alright, Children's Edict is a pretty decent one, honestly. And, because they're looking at 4, that's going to put them to 7. If they take this, and that's going to be kind of a tough one. Alright, well, attack all. Alright, we'll go ahead. Let's eat another card from their yard. So that's 4. Alright, well, we'll do blue, blue, and see if we can counter it. See if they've got the force. Alright, they don't. Alright, put them to 6, and we'll say go. We can turn on Ketramose now, which is pretty good. Okay. Alright, we'll do that gain. Alright, another Dark Swick. Alright, well, we'll just go black, blue, cast, sack a creature. Alright, and attack all. Put him to 4. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's do this. That is 5 cards. Gaia Reach. So I think it's very likely they're going to try and... Okay. Alright. So that is another Solitude. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's just crack. Alright, Ketramose again. Land. Black, white, blue, Ketramose. See if they've got anything for that. See if they've got yet another Solitude. Alright, and we will say go. Alright, Narset Parter Veil. So, in response to this, I'm going to get an archive trigger, see what we've got on top. Put on top. And I'm going to attempt to force it, because they're going to actually have to spend mana to counter this. Which means they can't do any... Alright, so they do successfully counter it. Alright. Alright, they're going to plus Narset. What do they reveal? Alright, Orum's Chant, which is not really going to help them out right now. Alright, we draw the Relic. So... Alright, so let's go blue. Control Z. White. Black. Pending... Well, wait. I just realized we can... Wait. If they don't have it, can we just... Well, let's go ahead. Let's run this out and see what they do. So, let's target them. Alright, we draw a card. Oh, wait, we can't because of Narset. Oopsie doodles. Well, white, black, blue, pending Narset. Alright, and does that get it? Do you have the Force of Negation? We do not seem to have that from our opponent. Okay, Spell Snare. Alright, well, let us send in the Ketramose. Alright, so we pick up game 1 against Control. That's pretty nice. So, Kaido is really good. Fatal Push is kind of a dead card. And by kind of, I mean totally. So, I think that's a pretty clear cut. Thoughtseize comes in. I do like Children's Edict to get rid of their bigger stuff. The problem is we don't really have too many answers to a Solitude once it comes down. Spell Snare is pretty good to win the counter war. I really like Relic because of that stupid card they put in the graveyard. I think Force is kind of needed. I do think we can cut a couple Murktides just in case they attack the yard. Bring in the other Thoughtseizes and go like that. But I'm liking this so far. Again, you know, Control is always like a risky one where they've got that Orum's Chant combo garbage now. It is what it is, though, you know. Kind of wish we had, well, I don't know. Like, I feel there's always that surgical extraction dilemma where you, I don't know, I feel like you are very much at a risk of overboarding that card, if that makes sense. Like, you very much are at a risk of bringing in that card when you don't need to. and I could be wrong there. You know, maybe I should be looking for places to put a surgical. Again, I don't think it is. It's definitely not better than consigned to memory. It's definitely not better than consigned to memory. All right, so we're on the draw again, but you know what? We were on the draw last time we took it home, so we're gonna hope we can pull the same stunt. Those bowmasters put in work. Did so much damage. All right, well, I mean, I kind of wish we had something else, but I think this is fine, so I'm gonna keep, because we've got a lot of good stuff. You know, we're gonna fetch shock. I would like another fetch land so I can get a. All right, so they kept 20, or kept 20. Oh my god, I'm sure they would if they could, but they kept a full grip. So with a second preordain, I am very much leaning into the idea of. All right, Orum's Chant counterspell. So they can chant us next turn. Yeah, let's get rid of a chant and say go. You know, if they do that, like, we do have a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'm going to hope that they. All right, so Windswept. So we've got Orum's Chant counterspell. All right, land. All right, well, let's see if we can't bait it. Start off with a preordain. All right, so. Well, I want both of these, so top, and then. All right, let's see if we can get there with a Thoughtseize. I don't like that they've got that land that makes their stuff uncounterable, but, you know, it is what it is. So, looks like opponent drew something important. We'll see what they do here. Since we've got Bowmasters and a land coming, I might just, like, if they Orum's Chant me, I might just let it happen. Alright, so they've got that one. I do hate that that makes their stuff uncounterable, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, well, I guess I'm going to try and run out of frogs since I've got 2 of them. Alright, and say go. You know, we've got multiple things to pitch to this Force of Negation. Alright. Crack. Archive. Trigger. I will bend that one. Alright. Counterspell is a good one. Alright. Attack. Alright, we'll just attack and draw. Alright, second counterspell. I don't like that again, they've got freebies as far as anti-draw card tech. Alright, well, we'll go black, blue, and Bowmasters. See if this baits anything out of their hand. You know, we have multiple things to fight through if they really want to contest this. I'm okay, like, just even losing cards on this because it's going to take so much out of them to deal with this. Alright, so. Okay. Yep, the stupidest elemental ever printed. The Solitude. Yeah, well. It's what it is. I do hate that card. Alright. Well, they're tapped out. I'm going to preordain first, just to see. Let's see. Bottom, top, land, attack all, and see how they block. Bowmaster. Ping. And... say go. Okay, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. I mean, like, there's a lot that we're kind of screwed if they do. Alright. So, looks like they've got another one. Alright, Undercity, because we don't have a way to counter that. Ooh. Yes, indeedy doos. Well, let's attack all. I'm kind of hoping they throw away multiple things for this, but, you know, if they do, they do. Alright. Ninjutsu. Alright, and... Surveil. Top. Top. And, you know, like, I might shuffle that away. I'm not, like, married to that card. Like, getting the Kaito down is big. Getting the Kaito down is big. You know, we have the Bowmaster again. Alright. Okay. So, we ping... Alright. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see if they got it. If they do, they do. Island. Yeah, well, I think we're going to pitch a counterspell for this one. But I really just want to make sure that they have as few options. Because I really want to ping them and just put them, like, just so dead. I mean, they do have a lot here they can do. Like, if they counterspell it... Alright, ooh, they don't. Alright, well, that tells me they probably have Solitude. Alright. Okay. Land... Which I'm not excited about that. Yeah, I think I do this just to make the threat that much more palpable. Like, Kaito is going to be beating in for big damage. I do hate that they've got this to make their stuff uncounterable, but they are going to need to do something fast. Like, with this, they're 2 away from dead. Yeah, if they don't make it uncounterable, I'm just going to fire off one of my counter spells. Like... And the fact this has hexproof... Okay. 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 God, I hate Orum's Chant. Have I ever mentioned how much I despise that card entering the format? Really just trying to make sure fair decks can't play. Really just trying to make sure fair decks aren't allowed to play Magic. Okay, sweet. Well, that's what you get for playing Orum's Chant in your deck, opponent.